If I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a bar and everything?
Yeah, babe. You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I thought
No,
you were
I just
talking
mean
about phone.
conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like.
Meet Charlene O'Banion, a corrections officer facing allegations of engaging in a romantic relationship with an incarcerated individual.
You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
Upon receiving whispers from fellow officers who observed her in the company of Jason Parker, an investigation into Charlene was initiated. While she may believe she slipped by unnoticed, unbeknownst to her, the detectives have amassed all the evidence required. Soon, they'll unveil and potentially shame her in a rather unforgiving manner.
You got a lot of that head game. Oh my God.
From the get-go, Charlene adopts an innocent facade, feigning ignorance regarding the accusations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all.
Charlene firmly believes in the efficacy of her strategy, but unbeknownst to her, the detectives possess a wealth of evidence beyond what they've disclosed.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom and he was talking like at the window with me. Mm-hmm. And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just, Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene insists that her interaction with Jason was limited to a single encounter outside the jail restroom, attributing the rumors to a jealous inmate. However, the detective is poised to reveal compelling evidence that promptly contradicts Charlene's narrative, indicating she may be concealing pertinent information.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker. And all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. It wasn't anything like that.
Evidently, Charlene and Jason had prior connections before their time in prison and engaged in some activities together. Charlene asserts that their interaction inside the prison was just playful banter, nothing more. However, the truth appears to diverge significantly as law enforcement possesses recorded phone conversations from within the prison that narrate a wholly distinct tale.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I
just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
Just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or? Okay.
Within the first 15 minutes of the interrogation, Charlene's initial narrative is unraveling, appearing increasingly distant from the truth. Her account has crumbled under scrutiny, acknowledging past intimate involvement with Jason and the habit of phoning him regularly from her own residence. Such conduct is notably irregular for a prison officer, and it doesn't require extraordinary insight to suspect a more profound issue at play. The detective, however, is poised with additional inquiries regarding certain physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Mm-mm. No, because...
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
Bear in mind that Charlene has been employed at the prison for quite some time, granting her an intimate understanding of its workings, including security camera blind spots and the schedules of patrol officers. With this level of awareness, one might assume it'd be a breeze to conceal any relationship with an inmate. However, it appears she overlooked a few crucial details, notably that all phone calls originating from the prison are meticulously recorded. Thanks to the detectives, she's on the brink of a stark reminder of this reality.
Hey, baby.
Got that.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a on everything?
Yeah, babe.
Hearing your own voice can be cringeworthy for many, but imagine the discomfort of listening to your intimate phone conversations in complete silence with two detectives present, realizing you've been unequivocally caught. Up to this point, the language used doesn't provide evidence of any actual sexual acts between the two. However, the situation takes a swift turn as Jason begins to explicitly implicate Charlene during the call.
Why don't you look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live ass head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. When you felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes. You get very horny very easy. I always want to have, like, that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting horny. No, like, of course, like, I only get horny for you.
You kind of see how that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No?
The nerve she has to deny everything after hearing that phone call is quite extraordinary. To her credit, she's putting up a tough fight. The detectives attempt to probe her by questioning whether Jason would protect her, but she remains steadfast, sticking to her narrative that everything transpired outside of prison. While technically this tale could hold true based on the phone call, it's undeniably peculiar for the couple to recall events from over 3 years ago with such precision, especially considering her earlier difficulty in remembering any details about the relationship.
Talk about how profound this was, like just giving him this was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a look. How do you describe? I mean, is that?
Well,
what you
I want to know like about the album.
Yeah.
So if this is a
He just.
thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I feel
I
like,
mean, like we said in the car, you know.
like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one
I mean,
chick's
I was with
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I was-
not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the job from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, jobs, anything else? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
As the detectives point out, the pieces of the puzzle just don't fit together. Nevertheless, she's maintaining her version, or at least she was, until a sudden change occurred, and she uttered this statement.
And what is it?
I might have given him a back part of you.
In back part of decoy? Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't know, 2 months ago.
The revelation is out, and Charlene has admitted to the truth. However, this situation is more intricate than it appears. In cases involving relations between officers and inmates, a crucial question surfaces: consent. Since Jason and Charlene had prior acquaintance before prison, it's reasonable to assume mutual consent. However, in such cases, consent becomes irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law deems all sexual interactions between prison staff and inmates as abusive, irrespective of whether the act might be considered consensual outside of a prison setting. This strict stance stems from the alarming prevalence of inmate abuse, with estimates indicating that 12 to 14% of inmates faced sexual assault in 1996, often without repercussions for the officers involved. To curb such abuse, a zero-tolerance policy was instituted, a policy that Charlene seems to have blatantly disregarded.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges would, like?
so it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
In an unexpected turn of events, Charlene faced severe consequences. Her employment was terminated, and any future return to jail would be solely as a result of the 100-day sentence she received after being convicted of engaging in sexual activity with a person in custody. FBI agents wield considerable authority, often surpassing that of regular police officers. However, even these federal agents are not immune to mistakes, and when they do occur, the consequences can be intriguing. Picture this. A man, unbeknownst to a team of approaching cops, is actually an undercover FBI agent about to find himself entangled in an unexpected turn of events. The cops assert that they have stopped the man because he bears a resemblance to a criminal they have an active warrant for.
He's harassing me. Why are you harassing me? You're assuming I'm someone I'm not. Okay, if you're not, then... No. You're not free to go, okay? Am I being detained? Yeah, you are. For what? Because I think you have a warrant. You think? Yeah. That's an illusion. You think.
It's a clear violation of the legal requirement that law enforcement must have reasonable suspicion of a person's involvement in a crime before making an arrest. This situation already exceeds their rights, setting the stage for a confrontation with an undercover federal agent. The officers provide a rather loose reason for detaining the man, adding a chilling statement that if they are wrong, they are wrong.
You think? Yeah. That's an illusion. You think.
This statement not only lacks professionalism but also poses a potential danger, indicating a willingness to use questionable logic in higher stakes situations, potentially jeopardizing public safety.
Watch how funny this is. Go ahead, look at it. No, don't hate me. Look at it. Oh, what does that say? What does that say?
The undercover agent produces an official FBI ID card, effectively proving that he is not the wanted individual. The dynamics of the encounter shift drastically as the officers, particularly one caught on camera, transition from making direct eye contact with the suspect to pointedly avoiding eye contact after glimpsing the official identification. The entire incident unfolds as a testament to the unprofessionalism displayed by the officers. Despite the officers' blunders, a silver lining emerges as they, at least, show a level of respect towards the undercover agent upon discovering his true identity. The encounter serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance law enforcement must maintain, even when dealing with their federal counterparts. Agent Burke's encounter with local police took a distressing turn, culminating in a lawsuit against the very officers tasked with upholding the law. Dispatched to confiscate an illegally acquired firearm from a residence, Burke faced a series of unfortunate events that would lead to legal action. Upon reaching the house, instead of cooperation, Burke was met with hostility as the door was callously shut in his face.
Get on the ground now! I'm a federal agent. 917-110-3.
To exacerbate matters, the residents opted to involve the police, providing them with Burke's badge number. In a perplexing twist, the law enforcement officers treated the situation not as an ATF agent on official duty, but as a potential break-in, casting Burke as the presumed criminal.
I'm a federal agent. Get on the ground! I'm a federal agent. Why wouldn't you?
Refusing immediate orders to get on the ground, Burke's decision likely aimed at allowing the police to ascertain whether he was armed. While Burke, as a federal agent, asserted that he wasn't bound by municipal police orders, the situation spiraled into a contentious standoff.
You are the one making a mistake! Face down, now! All the way down! All the way! All the way! You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left pocket. And we're gonna put your arm on your back. Wait a sec. Do not resist. I'm not resisting. You're acting like a moron. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. No, don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket. We're getting you secured first. Wait. No. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating.
Despite Burke's belief in his non-threatening appearance, adhering to police orders could have de-escalated the situation, though this didn't transpire. Disturbing footage captures Burke repeatedly asserting his identity as an ATF agent on an official call, urging officers to retrieve his ID from his back pocket.
Please, get this kid. I'm a federal agent. My God. You have no idea what you are, acting the way you are. Sir, I'm with you guys, for Christ's sake. I'm a fucking federal agent. Who's your supervisor? What's his name? What's your supervisor's name?
Even after glimpsing his identification, the officers maintained his arrest, escorting him to their patrol vehicle. The distressing saga continued with Burke's forceful placement into the vehicle. His pleas and medical condition explanations overridden by the officers. Remaining confined in the patrol vehicle for over an hour, Burke was eventually released without charges. Despite acknowledging that Burke's conduct may not have been flawless, he initiated legal action against the Columbus Police Department, citing excessive force and unlawful arrest. The ensuing lawsuit contends that the incident inflicted both physical and mental harm, resulting in Burke's removal from active duty, relegated solely to administrative and support roles. As of the current video upload, the case remains unresolved, highlighting the complexity and faults on both sides of this unfortunate encounter. In the peculiar case of Mac Proctor, a supposed undercover agent with an extensive knowledge of the law, the dynamics between law enforcement and citizens take an unexpected turn, shedding light on potential police misconduct. Mac found himself in a perplexing situation while parked in a private lot, awaiting a takeout order during his delivery driver shift. Although his vehicle wasn't in a designated spot, it didn't impede traffic flow, and he had momentarily left it unattended while picking up his food. Upon his return, Mac encountered a police officer who asserted that he was violating parking rules.
All right, Mr. Proctor. That is your last name.
Demonstrating his understanding of legal rights, Mac remained silent, responding appropriately to the officer's questions, especially those unrelated to criminal proceedings.
Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to answer anything, dude.
Okay.
You don't have to. Lucky you stand here all day. I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job?
And refraining from any confrontational remarks, the officer questioned why Mac appeared angry.
I can carry on.
What's up with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
This incident raises the possibility that some officers may be accustomed to a command and control approach during interactions, and Mac's exercise of his rights might have caught the officer off guard.
Do you understand?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right.
The officer informed Mac of his detainment for a parking violation, threatening a citation. However, the grounds for such an action were ambiguous, as Mac had not committed any apparent local, state, or federal violations. This situation becomes even more perplexing when considering that if the officer had observed Mac's vehicle obstructing traffic, a simple request to move it would have sufficed, avoiding unnecessary complications.
a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can
I'll
leave?
get you right now. I just want to know that, you know, so you're okay, because usually I don't get people all this.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way?
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Hey, there we go again. Jesus Christ.
Officer's decision to detain Mac prevented him from promptly rectifying the alleged parking violation. Curiously, the interaction unfolded despite there being no clear basis for such intervention. The officer's surprise at Mac's assertiveness and the subsequent detainment raised questions about the nature of the encounter. In an unexpected twist, it was later discovered that Mac wasn't an actual federal agent or officer. Nevertheless, his knowledge of the law allowed him to navigate the situation successfully, emphasizing the importance of understanding one's rights in encounters with law enforcement. This case serves as a reminder of the complexities and potential pitfalls in interactions between citizens and those entrusted with upholding the law. After evading law enforcement for several miles, cruising at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour upon apprehension, the initial remark from this drunk officer was as follows.
Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the up. Get right over here. I don't give a who you are. Get on your knees.
Hey, I'm a cop. Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
This intoxicated lieutenant, thoroughly under the influence, found it challenging to come to terms with the reality that he made a mistake by taking control of the vehicle.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I'm not losing my career over you.
And I'm not losing my career either.
Yet this former police officer, without any apparent cause, inflicted harm upon a disabled individual, far surpassing the aforementioned incident in severity.
You not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Before delving further, allow me to inform you of James Hodges, a legally blind individual residing in Lake City. On October 31st, 2022, he was subjected to an unwarranted stop, search, harassment, and subsequent arrest while simply taking a daytime stroll in his city. A United States veteran, Hodges had a walking stick in his back pocket, officially designated as a medical aid. However, the police officer who encountered him perceived this navigational aid as a potential weapon. Law enforcement officers in the United States, including those in Florida, adhere to the legal standard of reasonable suspicion when conducting a stop and frisk. This implies that they must possess a reasonable suspicion that an individual is engaged in criminal activity to justify stopping them.
What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
It's a navigational aid. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
Yes, sir. I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't have
you
to.
ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put
supervisor,
you in? He's right here.
Once Mr. Hodges clarified and demonstrated that the object in question was a medicinal aid, the officer's initial reasonable suspicion should have dissipated. It appears that Mr. Hodges is well versed in this aspect, prompting his request for a supervisor. However, the narrative takes an interesting turn when you hear what the supervisor has to say.
What'd she stop you for? For a walking stick.
And
it could look like a weapon. She asked you to present it, okay? Now she's asking me for ID. Okay. I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime, am committing a crime, or about to do a crime. Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID. Well, now she has verified that I am not armed, okay? So there is no problem. You have your ID or not? I do have my ID, but you don't need it.
Being well versed in his rights in Florida, Mr. Hodges is aware that individuals are only obligated by law to present their identification to police officers when stopped under suspicion of a crime. However, the unfolding events suggest that the situation is about to take a more troubling turn. Despite confirming that Mr. Hodges was unarmed, Officer Goad and Sergeant Harrison persisted in detaining and harassing him. Body camera footage reveals officers reaching into Mr. Hodges' pocket without consent, engaging in an illegal search.
Where's your ID?
Where's your ID at? Pocket. Which pocket? You are not allowed to search me.
It's in this pocket.
There you go.
Thank you.
Sir, are you legally blind? Yes, I am. Okay.
right, Mr. Hodges? Was that hard?
It's gonna be. I want your name and your badge number.
You know, put him in jail for resisting.
Okay.
Furthermore, Sergeant Harrison handcuffed and arrested an entirely innocent man. What adds to the concern is that this isn't an isolated incident for Sergeant Harrison. He has a history of such actions. Mr. Hodges endured 26 hours in jail before being released. Following an investigation, the sheriff's office disciplined both officers with suspensions and additional training. In response, Mr. Hodges has initiated a lawsuit against the officers. Shifting our focus, Officer Donovan Rojas, a Miami-Dade police officer, experienced regrettable consequences. Rojas, while intoxicated, took control of his patrol car in Florida. Another officer observed him speeding and initiated a pursuit. Rojas evaded the pursuing officer for nearly 5 miles, reaching speeds of up to 110 miles per hour. Upon finally stopping him, fellow officers approached cautiously, suspecting a potential criminal act.
How many people in the car? Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car! Get out of the car right now. Out of the car right here. Hands up in the air! Turn around. Turn around, do not face me. Turn around. Turn around. Walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the f up. Get right over here. I don't give a f who you are. Get on your goddamn knees. Listen to me when I tell you to get on your fucking knees. Turn the f off! How many people in the car? Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car right now. Out of the car, I see hands. Hands up in the air! Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, do not face me. Turn around. Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the up. Get right over here. I don't give a who you are. Get on your knees.
Hey, I'm a cop. Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
Then you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your knees.
All right, man. I'm a cop, bro. Where? Where do you work for?
You used to work for Miami-Dade.
Why you acting like that, man?
Stand there. 10, 11, 1 in custody.
I'm acting.
Be quiet. Don't say another word. You hear me? Sit down.
However, when the suspect emerged from the vehicle, it took all his colleagues by surprise as Officer Donovan Rojas, overwhelmed with remorse, burst into tears. Breaking down this incident reveals numerous serious legal and professional implications. Officer Rojas exhibited concerning behavior by swerving on the road and refusing to stop for the police. Furthermore, during the arrest, it became evident that he could barely stand on his feet, indicating a significant level of intoxication. If the off-duty officer's blood alcohol concentration exceeded the legal limit of 0.08%, he would be committing a DUI offense. The situation also involves speeding and fleeing from law enforcement, with the severity of these charges ranging from misdemeanor to felony based on circumstances and state laws. Now let's delve into the matter concerning the police cruiser employed by Officer Rojas during this unfortunate incident.
Holy shit. Jesus. What? Sarge, I can't see it. Well, that wasn't on when he passed me. No, he's not on. No, he's drunk. Did you turn that? Did you turn that on, or it was on?
No, it was on right there. On, but the visor's up.
Son of a. You know how this goes.
I get it. I don't want
Be quiet. Before I ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No, sir.
Okay. I feel you're impaired.
Me?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Are you willing to perform field sobriety exercise to dispel my suspicion you drink, baby? No, sir. No. Okay. Is this an agency vehicle?
Yes, sir.
This is his agency car.
Huh?
This is his agency car.
What's the tag come back to?
I just asked him how to run the tag. I just got here. Since he doesn't want to talk, he refuses field sobriety exercises.
Start off on?
Oh, absolutely. He's f***ed up. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
It is what it is. Clocked him at 1:07.
I got him up to 111.
And I know he saw my lights.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he passed me.
Bro, this is not the highlight of my day.
I know.
Bro.
I'm sorry, brother, but...
Yep, don't say anything else.
Once at the police station, the now former officer Rojas consistently asserted that he halted as soon as he became aware of being trailed by another police vehicle. Despite expressing a reluctance to communicate, he continued to mumble about stopping at the earliest opportunity and insisted that he did not flee from the officers. However, he declined to undergo a breathalyzer test. Subsequently, Rojas faced charges of fleeing and eluding, as well as DUI after the arrest. Following these charges, he was relieved of his duties at the Miami-Dade Police Department without pay. During the interrogation, Rojas experienced a breakdown as the realization dawned on him that his career had come to an end, and he couldn't restrain tears.
Hey, let me see your hands. Bert, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Meet Clarence Gaillard, a 58-year-old resident of South Carolina. What might not be immediately apparent is that Mr. Gaillard faced difficulty lying down promptly due to the presence of metal rods and pins in his leg and hip. Unseen in the initial encounter is the officer's unfortunate decision to thoughtlessly step on Mr. Gaillard with his foot, causing injury in the process. On July 26, 2021, the police responded to a false tip reporting someone allegedly carrying a weapon in front of a building. Officer David Lance Dukes was the first to arrive at the scene. Upon arrival, he swiftly drew his weapon and loudly instructed everyone present to lie down, aiming to secure the alleged weapon. The lingering question: where was the weapon in question?
Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck. Bro, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
All right,
I
I'm just
don't
asking.
want no gun. I don't
Turn
want
back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
I ain't want no gun.
The door's unlocked, it's not always so.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is. All right, that's what he had. One time.
Alright, put your leg that way so you can stand up.
All right, listen. I'm about to help you. Hold on. Hold on. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head drummer.
Go back in the house. He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. Had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You slammed my
What
head
he was doing is
down
putting
on
this up behind the tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands.
Bust my head.
He wasn't listening.
The visual evidence is quite telling. Officer Dukes finds himself confronting the realization of a significant error. Facing his superior, he begins to provide an explanation for his actions. Officer Dukes asserts that he believed he saw a weapon, leading him to order everyone to the ground. He further claims that Mr. Gaillard did not comply, which upon closer inspection is inaccurate. Mr. Gaillard responded as quickly as his physical condition allowed. It's crucial to note that Mr. Gaillard, with a disability, faces challenges in easily bending down. While officers may, in certain situations, instruct individuals to get on the ground as a precautionary measure, particularly if there's suspicion of an armed individual, unjustifiably stomping on someone is a clear instance of excessive force. Utilizing force without valid cause, especially when it has the potential to cause harm or injury, constitutes a violation of an individual's rights. In Officer Duke's case, there appears to be no alternative but to adhere to his initial narrative, even resorting to falsehood when a relative of the victim seeks his official details.
You need to use the force. You need to have a look at the camera. I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
For what?
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one now. We don't have one. They don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone.
Hold on. We have cards. Okay. Thank you.
To sum up, Officer Dukes faced termination and is no longer in the capacity of a police officer. In response to the physical and emotional distress endured, Mr. Gaillard received a compensation of $650,000. Now, allow me to present Lieutenant Brian Filipiak, or rather, the former lieutenant. On November 13, 2016, his colleagues apprehended him behind the wheel while severely intoxicated. Numerous reports from concerned citizens had been received, detailing a pickup truck swerving on the road and coming dangerously close to other vehicles. Faced with the evidence, Brian was well aware of the gravity of his actions. However, he displayed a reluctance to accept responsibility and insisted that the officers release him, despite the entire incident being captured on camera.
Can I see your license for discharge proof? Okay. You got your ID? Department ID? And your driver's license. Reason why I'm stopping you is we got multiple reckless driving calls about you. Okay? And then when I'm following you, you're hitting the shoulder of the road. You been drinking? How many? Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you to step out of the vehicle. What would you like me to do?
Just let me go.
I can't. I had multiple phone calls. You'd be in the same situation if I was in the vehicle in your county, correct?
I don't know.
Please step out of the vehicle for me. You know how this works.
I know.
Okay?
Just let me go.
I can't let you go. We're way past that point. You know this.
No, I don't.
So I'm gonna ask you one more time. Step out of this vehicle nicely for me.
Just let me go.
I'm asking you nicely. I don't want to see anything worse happen. Okay?
No, just let me go. Let me stop over and call it, okay?
I can't.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I'm not losing my career over you.
And I'm not losing my career either, so.
Clear. Out of this vehicle now.
No, be
out of this vehicle
no,
now.
Don't touch
Brian, out of this vehicle now.
Don't touch me.
Let's step out.
No,
you know this. Out of this vehicle.
No.
Out of this vehicle. You're resisting an officer.
No,
you know
I'm
this.
Not.
Out.
No.
We just have to. Out.
Brian, go.
No, hold on, guys.
Brian.
One more.
Taser right now if you don't get out.
Make it work, okay.
Out. Right now. Go to the front of my car.
I didn't resist.
We forcefully out to
Yeah, I
this vehicle.
trying to make a deal.
Okay.
Just let me go. I will.
Yes or no? Are you going to do a field sobriety test for me?
I just want to sleep it off.
Are you going to do a field sobriety test for me?
Can we just sleep it off?
No, we can't sleep it off. Are you going to do a field sobriety test for me?
I don't know.
Are you going to do a field sobriety test? Yes or no?
Just let me.
No. Yes or no? Are you going to do a field sobriety test? Walk the line, one-legged stands, you know the routine.
No, stop. Just let me.
We're going to do field sobriety.
No, just let me.
you're on my side, then do the sobriety test. It's a
No,
yes.
I'm not on your side. If you're on my side, you'd let me just go.
I'm doing my job. You know that.
Yeah, and I'm doing my job too.
Okay.
So.
If you're not going to do field sobriety test, turn around, place your hands on your back. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
You are under arrest.
No,
You are under arrest. Don't resist, Brian.
No.
Come on.
Come on. Okay, stop.
You're
Stop.
under. You're not
No,
going to.
I'm not resisting, but don't. Let's stop.
You're
Let's talk
tensed
about
up.
it. Talk about it, okay?
I've tried.
No,
Have
we
a
have
seat.
not talked.
Brian, have a seat.
Stop, guys. Hold on.
I'm done.
No.
In my car. In my car. Get in there. Crawl in. I don't care. Stay right here.
No.
Yes.
Just
Brian, don't.
stop. Why are you doing this to a fellow?
Why?
Brian Filipiak faced a sentence of 1 year of probation coupled with a deferred jail sentence. Additionally, he was relieved of his position as a lieutenant and the responsibilities associated with being a sworn law enforcement officer.